Kaylee from Where in the World is Kaylee, and today I am going to be making a video about packing carry-on. I personally prefer to always pack carry-on whenever that option is available, just because it makes life a lot easier, and I feel like a lot of the time you always end up overpacking. You bring stuff you don't need and you don't use. So for me, it's helpful because it makes you not drag around stuff you're not using, and it helps you in the fact that you don't have to worry about lost baggage, or that you don't have to wait for your baggage to get there. Once you get to the airport, you can just grab your backpack or your suitcase, whatever it is, and immediately leave the airport and not have to wait around for an extra hour. So for me, I find packing carry-on is always super helpful. Although I should point out this, what I'm packing for this trip is very different compared to how I would pack for pretty much any other trip, specifically because I am going to a resort for a week. So I'm going to a resort in Mexico for a full week, actually for my sister's wedding. So even there, it's slightly different. I'm bringing more dressy clothes and stuff and more makeup than I would normally bring. So yes, it is definitely a different type of packing carry-on than what I would normally do. I can do a video on a normal type of travel that I would do later on, but this is the first trip I'm going on that I figured I'd make a packing video for. For a resort, I probably would rather pack in like a wheelie suitcase carry-on size, but I don't own one. I own a backpack that's carry-on size, so that's what I'm gonna pack in. But I own this Osprey Porter 46-liter carry-on size backpack. That's like what it's marketed as. It's pretty much the biggest backpack that you can get, that you can pack carry-on, and will fit in all of the overhead storage bins. So I definitely love this bag. It's got a lot of great pockets. Like in this pocket here, there is a million different things, and you can sort your stuff. And then just a huge front opening zipper, so it's kind of like a suitcase, as well as the straps also tuck into the back part of it, so you don't have to worry about, if you do end up checking it, you don't have to worry about your straps getting caught in anything like that. I also will be bringing for my personal item this big purse, messenger bag kind of thing. Again, not the biggest fan of it. It's the only purse I own that fits my laptop in it, so this is what I bring because I own it. I definitely am on the hunt for a better bag for personal items, but as of right now, this will do the trick. Also, would like to point out I am using packing cubes. Packing cubes are a lifesaver. I've put all of my clothes, organized them into different things. So I organize my underwear in one, my bathing suits in another, my dresses in one, my casual clothes in another, all sorts of different things, and I put them in packing cubes. I actually put everything I can into bags because I like to keep everything as organized as possible, and it kind of like almost creates like having drawers in your backpack or in your suitcase, which for a resort isn't necessary because once you get there you can unpack, but when you're doing things like backpacking for, you know, months at a time, it definitely comes in really handy, and that is where I have all of these from, is when I did backpack previously. For clothing, I am going to be bringing 9 dresses, 3 of which are casual and 6 of which are more fancy. I will also be bringing my bridesmaid's dress, which I do not have yet. I'm going to be bringing 3 rompers, 2 more daytime and 1 more for fancy or for dinners, nighttime sort of thing. I'll be bringing 2 pairs of shorts. I have 3 tank tops. So now I am just going to roll up all my clothes and sort them out into different categories and pack them into these packing cubes. My clothing sorted out, I'm going to put all my packing cubes and the rest of my stuff. I'll kind of go over what the rest of the stuff is, and I'm going to shove it all into my backpack here. So the biggest cube I have, of course, is my dresses, since that's 99% of what I bring when I go, well, actually when I travel anywhere, I mostly just wear dresses because I find it significantly easier and just, I don't know, it's easier to make an outfit and it takes up less space. Oh, and this is my packing cube of bras and bathing suits, as well as the one cover-up that I'm bringing. I am bringing 2 bras as well as 7 combinations of swimsuits, so it's not 7 full swimsuits. I think I have 1 full piece as well as parts of 6 different bikinis, so mix and match kind of. And then here is my packing cube of my shorts, tank tops, as well as my like casual rompers. I put those all in here. And if you can see, there's still lots and lots of space in here, and I'm like this is pretty much most of what I'm bringing, since, as I said, this trip I'm almost only bringing clothing. 1 more packing cube, which is all of my undies. I think I brought 8 or 9 pairs of undies just to be safe, as well as a pair of Spanx, because I have to fit into a bridesmaid's dress after eating and drinking a lot of Mexican food. So I'm just gonna shove this down in the side there, and it's pretty easy. You can always just kind of make space for it all. So for this trip, I am bringing actually a really big makeup bag, which, as I said, is not something I would normally bring. I'm just gonna quickly go over what I brought, and as I said, it's because I'm going to a wedding. But I have fake eyelashes, all sorts of lipsticks, which that I would bring to a resort even if it wasn't for a wedding, because I feel like lipstick is a nice way to not wear makeup but look like you're wearing makeup. And then of course I've got eyelash glue, tweezers, eyeliner, mascara, and concealer, as well as all of my makeup brushes over here. In the main compartment, I don't think I can lift this up without spilling it, I have like a thing of Q-tips, as well as some another empty Q-tip container that I have full of bobby pins and elastics, and then basically just foundation, bronzer, blush, and highlighter, as well as at the very bottom, I'm sure you can't see it, but at the very bottom I do have a very large eyeshadow palette, like 120 colors, just because I have to do wedding makeup for myself. This is just going to squeeze right in there with no worries. I do have my straightener as well as my hair wand and a hairbrush. I just have this container, which is normally what I would bring for just my liquids, but I didn't really have that many other cosmetics, or not cosmetics, any other toiletries that I would want to bring. Obviously, if you're bringing carry-on, you can have 1 quart clear plastic bag as such, and every single bottle inside of it needs to be 100 milliliters or less. So I'm just going to quickly go over what's in here. I obviously have soap right here. I have a razor, toothbrush, shampoo and conditioner in these 2 bottles, which are just like refillable 100 milliliter bottles. Toothpaste, which is under the 100 milliliters. And then I have deodorant here. And then down here I have, like, if you can see, this little tiny container, which is it's just got my face moisturizer, as well as up here I have one with my body moisturizer, and there's another one of those bottles somewhere in here, I don't know where, floating around somewhere in here, that has melatonin and Advil, just for the plain and for hangovers, I guess. And then at the back I have a small pack of baby wipes, because those come in handy. I'm not even going to bother bringing face wash or anything, just because I just will baby wipe my face. So this is all of my liquids in here, and I'm going to put it in the top of my bag over here so that I have easy access when I'm going through the airport to pull it out through security. In here I have all of my cords and chargers and everything. So if you open this up, it's just got a bunch of cords, as well as like different adapters for my my laptop charger and everything. And then if you open the front pocket, I have a whole bunch of extra memory cards floating around, as well as extra batteries for my different cameras that I'm going to be bringing. And this can just squeeze right in the top right up here. And then of course I do have a pair of pajamas, just shorts and a t-shirt, that I will just throw in the top right here. So that is all my clothing. So I have 3 pairs of sandals that I will be bringing. Just like a plain gold pair of flip-flops, a more like sporty pair of sandals that I should probably wash before I put them in there. And then I have these like fancier ones that I will be wearing for my sister's wedding. And all of these will just get shoved in this front pocket right here. Actually, I lied. These ones will not. These ones will go in my personal item. And here is my personal item. So in here I'm going to have in the back pocket here, which is like, it's going to be next to my body. So what I'm going to put in there is my iPod, my Kindle, which is charging right now. My cameras will all go in here. So I have my underwater camera. And in this back pocket, I will also put my passport wallet. So in here I have my different currencies I'm going to need. So I have Canadian dollars, American dollars. I have back here, I have both of my passports. I'm just going to put my laptop case in there right now. Normally my laptop would be in here, but this will go, my laptop will go in here. And then with that, I will have my camera, as well as I have this here, which is an inflatable neck pillow. So that will go into probably the front pocket over here to make sure that that's easily accessible. As well as in here, I have just like a little, it's just like a little case with a eye mask and some earplugs for the airplane. So those will be in the front pocket so I can keep those accessible. A pair of shorts for when I land, as well as a pair of sandals because I'll be flying out of a rather cold November-y Canada into a rather warm Mexico. So I'm going to be bringing extra clothes that I'm just going to throw into the main pocket to switch into either, sometimes it gets really hot on the airplane and I'll do it before we land on the airplane, or once we land and we're at the airport. And then of course I'm going to bring 2 pairs of sunglasses, so just like a cheap coral pair as well as some black Ray-Bans, and those will go in this other front pocket. I'll be wearing just a pair of black leggings, a plain tank top that will match my shorts when I get there, and I don't have them here in front of me, but I will also have a pair of just like gray Vans and just like a gray sweater, but the gray sweater is currently drying. It looks really big and I feel like it looks like it's way heavier than it is, but honestly I think this might be the lightest that it's ever been when I'm traveling before. Now I am ready to go for a full week. As I said before, I definitely packed way more clothing than I would normally for a week-long trip. I feel like at a resort, honestly, you just like get dressed up and eat and drink and wear swimsuits. So I packed a lot of clothing and a lot more swimsuits than obviously I would normally pack. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you found this video helpful if you're trying to pack carry-on for a resort. I know if you're doing pretty much anything other than a resort, then this video might not be the most helpful because I would definitely not pack this way for literally any other trip. But if you enjoyed this video or if you found it helpful, please give me a big thumbs up. If you have any questions about carry-on or anything like that, I have a lot of experience. I've been traveling and packing carry-on only for the last 2 years now, so if you have any questions, let me know and I will be able to answer those in the comments down below. I definitely have some more pointers and stuff that wouldn't really be helpful in the trip I'm doing right now, but would be helpful for other trips, so definitely let me know if you have any questions. And if you want to see more videos like this with either tips and tricks about traveling or travel vlogs, including the ones coming up of me going to my sister's wedding in Mexico, then definitely subscribe because I make new videos every Thursday. Thank you. Bye.